各位朋友，大家好，歡迎收看郭大開講。好，各位可以看到郭大身邊，哇，風景完全不一樣，對不？很漂亮，很讚。因為郭大現在位置是在台北101的88樓。為什麼來這麼高？因為郭大今天要懷着崇拜的心情啊，要跟江詩丹頓的產品總監做個專訪。所以我們等一下會運用電腦連線的方式呢，郭大來幫大家問問總監一些問題。我們連線去吧。
Hello.
Hello.
Good to see you.
好，那郭大要問的第一個問題就是，最近我跟伯蘭都一直在談論顏色嘛，哈。那今年其實江詩丹頓在顏色上也有做很多變化，尤其他們出了一款新的叫墨棕色的，所以我想就這個問題來請教一下總監，他們在顏色方面的考量。
Yes, I think that when it's about Dial's color, I think it's an endless discussion. I think that since decades, not to say centuries, we have developed different Dial colors. I think that it's something which is very natural in the sense that we like to add to some pieces different Dial's color, because this is a way also to change the face of the timepiece. In terms of trends, obviously, these days we see many different trends in the field of watchmaking. However, I would say our aim is not exactly to follow any trend. We think that what we do is really to think about creating something very original, very elegant, refined, sophisticated. And as an example, I will speak a bit about 56. So for this year, like it was the case last year, for this year, so this is a joint work between the designers and our dial maker in order to create a very unique, a very special kind of brown that we have decided to name a sepia brown. So it's not just a basic brown. This is something very chic and sophisticated, which has been thought to match perfectly with the style of the 56 and with the rose gold of the case.
好，我觉得总监講得很好，就是說他們不止在設計技術上要走在前面，連顏色它都是領導流行的哈，所以他覺得墨棕色是一個很高級、很舒服、看起來很棒的一個顏色。那麼尤其搭配在玫瑰金上面非常契合哈，所以他們也不跟着什麼綠色、藍色這些都不跟，他們要走自己的路。好，接下來郭大問題是，陀飛輪向來是江詩丹頓的強項哦。那郭大我也講過，就是所有品牌的陀飛輪框架裡面，江詩丹頓是做的最好看、又最實用、也最精準的一個框架的樣式。所以等一下我要問一下總監，就是他們今年首度出了女用陀飛輪嘛，然後也男生的男表也有陀飛輪。我想請教他有沒有一些新的修改，以符合女生來做使用。
So to answer to your question, so first of all, I would like to recall that this is a very important addition to the traditional line, since this is our very first grand complication at Vacheron Constantin for ladies in the modern times, because in the past we have made complicated watches already in the 19th century. So to properly answer to your question, we have a fantastic tourbillon movement, automatic movement, that we have launched already in the traditional for men. So this is our caliber 2160. This movement has ideal proportions to create a lady's timepiece in traditional, because this is a thin movement, and in addition it's a self-winding movement. So that made this movement a very natural choice to create a ladies tourbillon. And I think the result is very well balanced, since we have a watch which has a diameter of 39 millimeter, which is very acceptable for a lady, and thickness which is less than 12 millimeter. So very good proportions, and we didn't have to do any modification or adjustment on our tourbillon movement. It's really we have developed this timepiece around the 2160 caliber. With our feminine clientele in mind.
剛剛總監很有自信地告訴我，因為他們陀飛輪技術已經非常成熟，已經發展得很好了啊，所以沒有做太大幅的更動，他們只是把表徑縮小，然後稍微薄一點，那當然再加上女生喜歡的樣式，他覺得這樣就很適合女生佩戴。好， 內部結構不需要做大幅的更動，因為他們已經做得很棒了，產品已經很成熟了。好，那今年其實郭大的心思一直着重在江山论所發表2款超複雜表上面，所以我會發現到這2款表還有個共通性，就是他們都有日出日落的功能。那這個功能其實平常很少見，所以等一下我要請教總監，為什麼他們獨鍾於這個功能，把它放在這2款表的上面，而且他們各自設計的樣式，指示出來的樣式都不一樣。
So at Vacheron Constantin, we are celebrating many different, I would say, expressions in technical watchmaking, like stopwatches, chronographs, like striking watches, minute repeaters, for example. But we have a long history and a special interest for astronomical complications, because astronomical complications are rooted with the origins of watchmaking. So watchmaking is directly linked with astronomy, which is the science of observation of stars and planets. And through astronomy, we were really using the time of the stars and the planets to read the time on the planet. At the very beginning, we were observing the moon phases, we were observing the sun as well to determine the day and the night. And so for this reason, this is something which is, we think this is something which is very important for us. And through this kind of complications, we are celebrating this great tradition of astronomical complications.
这个题我觉得总监回答得太好了。他说，我們所謂的時間是來自於觀察天象，就天文學。因為日出日落就是屬於在天文學範疇裡面之一嘛，所以他就把這個功能呢做在2款超複雜腕表上面。那當然，他們有很高的技術性，有很高的這個設計的能力，所以當然就把這2款表都各自設計成不同的樣貌，以符合這個表款的表現。接下來郭大想問的是，從今年開始呢，江山論3腕表出廠前它的聲音都會經過愛比路這家錄音公司錄好一整段，然後把這個聲音同時交給客戶。那郭大想要問一下總監，就是說，為什麼想要有這樣的做法？然後呢，這用意何在？
Yes, absolutely. I would say, in addition to the fact that Abbey Road is a very prestigious studio, and it's a very exclusive sound printing that he will receive, there is a reason behind. So the reason is that we are recording our minute repeaters once they are manufactured and they go out of production, and this sound print is thought to be kept. When the watch will come back for service, for example, let's say after 5 or 10 years or even more, if we have to do a full service and disassemble the movement, for example, we will have to reassemble it and to make sure that the striking, the whole striking sequence, meaning in terms of musicality, force, regularity, will be similar to the situation when the watch was totally new. So in other words, with this partnership and thanks to these very qualitative recordings, we are able to guarantee that to our clients that we will always be able to maintain the original sound of his minute repeater.
好，那我們在愛比路這個錄音室是在英國全球最知名的一個錄音室，因為他們跟披頭士有合作過很多張唱片哈。那總監意思就是說，透過這樣子全球公認的最好錄音室呢，它會提供一個最好的品質，那麼也等於是受到大家認同，所以他把這個音檔呢留給買家做收藏，這是一個很有意義的事情。第二個就是說，當你把表買回去，萬一日後有一些維修幹嘛要送回廠，那麼回廠裡面可以根據你這段錄音呢，幫你把聲音恢復到你出廠時候一樣，就你的3腕表的聲音可以永遠維持到是最完美的狀態。最後一題還是3問，我們都知道說，有些高級品牌3腕表，它出廠前要經過某些程序認可，所以郭大也要來問一下總監，江山論有沒有這樣一個機制？有沒有這樣一個守門員的機制？保障你每一款出廠的腕表都是最完美的狀態。
Right. So the minute repeaters, the striking watches at Vacheron Constantin they are manufactured at the Grand Complication workshops. Within this workshop, we have masters watchmakers. Most of them, they have 20 or plus years of experience at Vacheron Constantin on several movements, from simple to very complicated. And in this workshop, they are assembling these watches from A to Z, from the beginning until the end. So, in other words, they are themselves the guardians of the excellence of their work. And so it's up to the master watchmaker who does the watch to make sure that the striking of the watch is almost perfect, or at least as perfect as possible. After, obviously, there are some controls about what has been done, but the main responsibility and the key responsibility remains in the hands of the watchmaker.
好，那总监的回答是肯定的啦，而且他说，其實他們的守門員從每一個製錶大師，他說每一位能夠製作3腕錶大師呢，都經過超過20年以上的經歷。那每一位大師他在開始做的時候就已經擔任守門員的工作了，他每一步每個動作都是要最高級的技術，都是要用花最大的心思去把它做到最好。那當然，你真正完成的時候，還有他們部門裡面最高階的製錶大師，要通過他的認可，你才能夠出廠送到客戶手上。
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for these very interesting questions. That was a pleasure. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye. See you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
好，今天郭大在台北101 88樓跟江山任產品總監的專訪到此結束。任何問題底下留言，我們下次再見，拜拜。